On the latest episode of Joe Rogan's podcast, he had on Starvo, and out of nowhere just decided to roast Bryan Callen. So I'm going to play this and give you my thoughts on it. Let's see what Joe Rogan had to say about him.
Like a guy who, a guy who brags about reading old books.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like watching a Godard film or whatever,
When I first met Callen, first time I ever went over his apartment, he leaves books laying out as if he's reading them. He had Steinbeck of Mice and Men, and I go, "Hey, motherfucker, I know you're not reading this."
Also, that's what you read in high school.
His eyebrows raised. He goes, "I do read it." I go, "You don't, do you? You want people to think you're interesting, you leave these books out."
Yeah, which
you
by
do,
the way,
right?
Huh?
And by people, I mean girls.
Of course,
you want girls to think you're interesting, so you leave these books out, pretending that you're worldly.
You know what's so funny is that.
So, first of all, a very true criticism of Bryan Callen. Callen does that because he likes to think he's very well-cultured and stuff, and to some degree is. I mean, his father headed the CFR. They lived in all types of countries when he was a kid, constantly moving around. Went to the best schools and stuff, but that's just his personality. He tries to pronounce words the right way that people in those countries pronounce them. They'd be like Pakistan or something like that. But I like how Rogan notices it too and calls him out on it. But I kind of like that about Callen. I think it's funny, but walking through his apartment and seeing books out, like that great Seinfeld bit from the show when he was talking to George and he was like, if you read it, why do you need it? What are these people's things with books? They keep them in their houses like they're trophies. But Callen's just trying to seem more interesting. Although Callen probably did peruse it, but that is sort of his personality. Just funny that Rogan called him out on it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.